Our app's called Peaceful Paradise, and it's about meditation zone, and it's trying to calm us down and tell how we can help each other out in a way.
Well, we decided that mental health is quite a big problem at the moment, and that it's not really like any of the other islands on Healthy Island. It's different to all the others.
We've got a lot of characters, but our two main ones. One helps you with mental health, and the other one helps you with safety. And we're trying to also show that you need to be safe on the internet because you don't know who you're talking to.
Well, I didn't know that there was so many people with mental health problems. We learned that on average there's about 3 in every classroom, and I didn't think that there was that many, so it's actually a lot bigger than I thought it was. If I saw someone and I thought that they had a problem, then I wouldn't stare or anything. I would make sure I would just treat them normally and not any different to anyone else, because it can make people a little bit upset if they're treated differently.
The best thing about being in the Schools App Challenge is working as a team and doing it together.
The best thing about being in the Schools App Challenge was just seeing all the judges' messages and saw that they thought it was a really good idea. At the start I wasn't very scared, but once I got in there I was a little bit nervous. But once I started it was really fun. Well, they asked us what games, because we've done quite a few games, what games we would prefer to be in and what we would prioritise. Well, the pitching process was quite nerve-wracking, but once I got in there I was fine.
I've been telling my mum that it's actually a lot more serious than you actually think it is about mental health.
I've actually asked my mum a couple of questions about what she thinks about mental health and how she would deal with someone with mental health problems. And
if you think about it, children easily get distracted, so if it's in a game designed by children, children know how other children act, so they'll know how to keep them occupied.
If you know that it's designed by children, then you'll know that they'll find it fun. So, children's perspective, most children have the same point of views, like quizzes probably aren't as fun as games. Learning about coding was really fun. I'd never really been too interested in coding, but then microbits are just so amazing, and I made my name in microbit language thing.
So learning about coding was really fun, because I've always dreamed of doing something like that, and I watched these things called a launchpad and they look so amazing. It's just like one of those microbits. I want to be an animator for games. It's made me want to do it more, finding out how to do all these new and unique stuff. It's amazing, really, because it's getting more games out there and it's kind of starting the future up.
I'm just proud that I could actually be in the experience and just be part of it.
Knowing that other children across the country are doing this is amazing.
Today has been extremely exciting but a bit nerve-wracking. Peaceful Paradise is the name of our app, and it's designed to help people with mental health and help people to understand what mental health is about. My favourite part of today has been with the judges and seeing what the questions have been. Well, I haven't been doing much of the coding because it didn't work. I kind of failed the first try, so still tried it. I made a snowflake, but I don't have a thing there, so I couldn't slot it in and make it on the microbit. So I've learned some things, because I didn't know how to work a microbit. Obviously I didn't know what it was at first, but now I've figured out what to do with it and how to do it, but I can't do it on this. So it's unfortunate.
So my reaction to what they were doing in the pitching process was just myself and Mr. Skelton sitting at the back just bursting with pride, I have to say. A very, very proud teacher, having seen them give so much hard work to this over the past few months, and then go in there and deliver it the way they did was very pleasing to watch, I must say. The nature of the project, it's a great opportunity to work cross-curricular in that you're looking at some of the science elements, looking at health, and obviously they focus specifically on mental health. Still reinforcing some of the messages from the Healthy Island app, looking at dietary health and exercise and dental health. So that's all been reinforced, but then of course you have the added bonus that you can look into the ICT curriculum as well, and that actually they're being exposed to things like coding, and something that can often be quite abstract, but this project has helped give it a purposeful meaning, and they're actually working towards a goal where that can make that learning real life and fun in context. When they were researching into mental health, and some of the statistics that came out from that was shocking, that 55% of children who are bullied at school go on to develop mental health problems, and that 26% of children in the country aged between 5 and 16 suffer from a diagnosable mental health disorder, and indeed some experience suicidal thoughts. So these facts that we came across were shocking, and you didn't realise quite the full extent of the problem that there is in the country currently. Obviously it could potentially be seen as a problem that sitting down playing on apps, obviously at the minute there's a huge culture where children go home and sit down and watch television, or they're playing on apps, and they're not as maybe physically active as what we once were years ago. I think that's one of the challenges that obviously West Wakefield Health and Wellbeing are trying to address, in that, well, actually children are engaged with these kinds of devices, so how can we utilise this to make sure that children are actually accessing other things and are going out and being physically active, like last year with the other apps, where we were linking in vouchers so that people could go to, get a swimming voucher, for example, go to Sun Lane. So that's been one of their challenges as well, to make sure that these apps are not only being used to educate children and help them learn about very serious health problems, but also making sure that we can make an active, healthy nation too. Obviously the values that we adopt in school are ones that we're inclusive, and we want to make sure that we're not singling out anybody in the world, and that's something that these health messages that they've learned, especially looking towards the mental health stigma that is worldwide at the minute, that's been something that the students have managed to reinforce, and it sits in line with our school ethos. It's a fantastic carrot for the children at the end of the day, isn't it? It's a wonderful way of engaging them in learning into something that is quite a serious problem in the UK, looking at mental health, how we've gone down that route, but it's a fantastic opportunity for them, and of course the carrot at the end of it, that the winners eventually get to go to Res Studios and get all their hard work imagined by being created in this app. It's a fantastic opportunity for them. So having the likes of Microsoft and Res Studios involved in the project has obviously been a great opportunity for the children, and a great carrot for them to aspire towards something at the end for the eventual winners. We would not have entered this project for the second year running if we didn't think it was valuable for our children at the end of the day. It's given them an opportunity to experience something that you can experience beyond the classroom, coming here, pitching to judges, getting real life presentation skills that they will need as they grow up. That's one side of it. Of course, you've also got the elements that it's linking in with the curriculum in terms of science and ICT. But furthermore, if this is proving to be having a positive impact in Wakefield, why not roll it out national? At the end of the day, we're looking to, as a teacher, you want to educate as many children as possible, and if that is going to have an impact nationwide, that can only be a good thing.
We're really good friends, and we come up with really good ideas together, so we thought we'd be a perfect group. I'm shocked that we won, but I'm glad that we did win, because we got all the really cool prizes.
We won tablets and microbits, which I found really fun to program, and a notepad, pens, just loads of different technology. Well, I'm excited about seeing our app actually in Healthy Island and seeing it being built.
I'm proud of how we all work together. We haven't got into any arguments, and we've always agreed with each other. The thing that I'm looking forward to most is Res Studios.
The thing I'm most excited about is watching our app being built and seeing it in the Play Store.
I was hopeful because the judges didn't see anything that our app was needed to improve, and they didn't ask too many questions about how we would do things with it. I think Jake was really good at researching because he wrote lots of pages about all the different apps, and the judges were really impressed with that.
The thing I'm most excited about is going to the Red Studios.
So could you all tell me how it feels that you've won, and tell me about your prizes?
Really good.
Really good. Yeah, amazing.
Yeah, the prizes
are like
The prizes are just like,
nothing I would think of.
no, I think like sometimes you get like a nice t-shirt as a prize or something.
Yeah,
Yeah, but you
these
got-
prizes are
But you got like from Microsoft.
And what kind of things are you all excited about now that you've won?
Rest Studios.
Just seeing what we've
Seeing
done
our
actually being on there.
Yeah.
on Healthy Island.